He enters La Jaula for the first time as a professional, making his debut. Fighting out of Yuma, Arizona, Tyler Hinton. He enters La Jaula for the second time as a pro with a record of 1 victory. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, y Puro, Jarretaderas, Nayarit, Mexico, Brahayan Zurcher.
It's USA versus Mexico, although Tyler Hinton, I think, has the Mexican flag in his hair. Could be the Italian flag. We'll have to get to the bottom. But right away, Valerie, you see the huge height advantage for Zurcher in this featherweight matchup.
Yes, but Tyler is making his debut tonight, coming in very aggressive. Brahayan does have one professional fight. And, you know, these guys are relatively brand new and young in their MMA career, so they're both developing right now as we speak. Tyler does have his back. He's looking for that finish right off that bat, and he's controlling the fight right now.
Professional debut, you had to do that. What was that like for you, Valerie, going into a cage for the first time to fight professionally?
My professional debut was nerve-wracking because the night before they told me I was opening the main card in the Mohegan Sun and I had to go out there and face the pressure and just rise to the occasion. But these guys are fighting on a huge platform to be their first fights, and let's see how they handle it here tonight.
The Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut. I have lost a lot of money there through the years. Is true story. Tyler Hinton gets the back of Zurcher. Zurcher's really well trained. He's with Extreme Couture, and in Vegas trains with Dan Ige, Keith Lee, Jake Shields, names that everyone in the MMA world recognizes. But right now it's Hinton doing all the aggressive posturing in this fight.
Brahayan is not in that bad of a position here if he comes up to that single leg and doesn't give up his back, which he just did. He needs to keep that chin down and fight those hands at all costs in order to avoid that choke.
Hinton being very active, takes the top, and now bringing down some punishment. But right there, Zurcher, who has been just the counterpuncher, so to speak here, seems like he's getting out of those predicaments pretty well so far.
Yeah, he has a good scramble. Tyler started wrestling at 5 years old. He's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's currently a PE teacher at a junior high school. And he says for him to make a debut on a stage like Combate Global, working full-time as a PE teacher, is an acknowledgement that he feels that he has his life together as both a teacher and an MMA fighter. And let's see how he continues to dominate in his wrestling positions today.
Incredible. And just to repeat, started wrestling at 5 years old, and anyone that you talk to that's been involved with wrestling says it's so good for children to do it because it teaches you discipline and hard work more than anything. I'm talking about what I was told. I don't know. I never started wrestling when I was that age or even in my older age, but it's certainly there. It will teach you the finer things, the finer items of life and combat.
Yes, for sure. And Brahayan is having a difficult time getting up from that ground. Tyler is just putting all his body weight on him.
Look at that.
Yeah, he's making it very hard and exhausting for Brahayan to get up, and eventually either he gets up from the ground or he's going to gas and give up a full mount. Like, he just very flexible, spinning around. Has to be careful with that arm right now. Bar. He needs to be careful and keep spinning, and he is fine. He is cleared. He's in that guard. He's safe right now. He needs to clinch his head and avoid those shots. He's going for that arm bar.
He's doing an arm bar.
And he lost it. He needs to stop attacking and try to get up from the ground right now.
Yep. And Valerie, look, we can give credit to Zurcher when he is defending, like you said, scrambling. He's really good, but he has to be in a position where he's the aggressor because this is going to tire him out. And now Hinton takes the back.
He's giving up his back. I think he doesn't have that choke right there, but he keeps making some mistakes, like giving up his back. He needs to push that leg and get out of mount, find an opening, get an underhook, and get up.
Get out of there, Brahayan.
Zurcher in big trouble, and Alan Abel is saying, get out of there or this fight's going to end. He continues to scramble and finally gets on top.
Oh,
Hinton
Tyler
looks
has
tired.
A nice guillotine there. He has a guillotine there. And I'm not sure if he has it. No, he's out of it. These guys have gotten up. Tyler continuing to look for that single leg takedown. And Brahayan needs to defend that, push the head, get his leg out of there, and take that the fight to his feet.
Uh-oh. Somehow, as we are 12 seconds to go, it is going to survive.
He has that triangle with 10 seconds left.
Zurcher trying to beat the horde here.
And saved by the bell.
We are back ready for round 2. Max Bretos and Valerie Loreda. And Valerie, at the end of the first round, Hinton looked over at Zurcher as if to say, I threw everything, the kitchen sink, and it didn't work. It has to be demoralizing to go through that.
Demoralizing and exhausting. I mean, the pressure Tyler is putting on Brahayan on the ground. Oh, yeah, he's not being very smart because he's going for that takedown when Tyler obviously is dominating on the ground. He needs to play his game, his fight, get this fight to his feet, and find a way to finish him with his hands.
Zurcher's gotten out of it again. It was a self-inflicted wound that time, allowing Hinton to get back on top. And finally, Zurcher was showing some aggression. Now he's trying for that triangle again, perhaps. Oh, he's got a good squeeze going. What's he trying to do here? This is obviously to contain him, but is there a submission move here?
He's looking for a triangle, but until he doesn't get that right arm of Tyler over, he does not have that choke because Tyler does have a lot of space to breathe. Tyler needs to posture up and stand up and get that lock off of his neck.
It's locking in now.
Oh, he does have that arm now. That is pretty tight. If Brahayan pulls that head forward, he could finish this fight.
Zurcher's leg looks like a rubber band, so flexible, trying to get the arm of Hinton.
Wow.
A lot brewing here, a lot of submission moves possibly for Zurcher, but which one wins him this fight?
He has it, he has it. Tyler really needs to posture up.
Tapped!
And tap.
He tapped!
Wow.
Tyler Hinton could take no more.
Wow.
Brahayan Zurcher from the jaws of defeat snatches victory.
Good job.
Unfortunate debut for Tyler. He got caught in that triangle. You could tell he's still a beginner. He's starting, but this won't be the end of his career. He has a whole time to develop and learn from this and realize that wrestling, you know, if you make a small mistake, a jiu-jitsu practitioner will catch you.
The official time of this contest, 1 minute 47 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by way of submission, Brahayan Zurcher.